Welcome to Fantasy NBA Good, the greatest fantasy basketball podcast of all time. My name is Purity. This is episode 25. Of course, I'm not alone.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ivan.
Yes, guys, welcome. I just want to remind you guys that I still want people to join my league, so I need a few more people. Please, guys, you're all welcome to join my league. You can find my league at our website, which is fantasynbagood.weebly.com.
No, well, actually, people can find a link to join on our website.
Yes, on our website. The link to join my league is on my website. Just go there, you click on it, and you're in. That's all. Simple as that.
Well, yeah, if you want to see settings, then go to our social networks. You will see settings over there. There is a photo with settings. You can just go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You will see the league settings.
Yes, just search for my name, which is Purity Slavul, or just search for podcast, which is Fantasy NBA Good, and you'll find everything over there. Join, see the settings,
Was that enough?
so on.
I mean,
yes, that's all.
Of promoting your league?
Yes, that's enough. So I'm waiting, guys. Come on, join. So let's go to our first story in the basketball world. You know what happened?
What?
It's a father and son fight. That's LaVar Ball and Lonzo Ball. They were fighting over whether to change their company name, which is the Big Baller brand. You know about that? So Lonzo wants to change the name.
I know about Big Baller brand.
So Lonzo wants to change the name and
because I don't know if everybody knows. I don't know if you know that last season when Lonzo played, he had to change when he played games. He had to change his shoes after every quarter. You know that?
No.
He said it. It was on YouTube. He said that shoes would just break, you know. Shoes, and he had to change shoes after every quarter, and he also said the shoes is bad, and he told to people to throw away the shoes.
Oh, that's bad.
So the company reputation is
going down. Yes. And his father called him damaged goods. That was funny. So guys, you can find this.
You can find the video. Yeah.
Yes, on YouTube. You can find it. Just search for LaVar and Lonzo Ball fight. That's all, and you will see.
Yeah, that was the Facebook TV show.
Yeah, they were filming. Their cameras were still rolling when they were having this argument on Facebook TV show.
It was live.
Their show is called Ball in the Family. Well, okay. So when Lonzo asked the business partner for his opinion, his father told him he doesn't want to hear his opinion. Wow.
Yeah, the guy was just seated there saying nothing.
Yeah, he's afraid. So that's all.
Well, yeah, this LaVar. Yeah, he called Lonzo damaged goods. Lonzo said nothing about it.
Yeah.
He's just yelling on people left and right, and everybody's just quiet and taking it. And he called because Lonzo was injured for his first 2 years. He played he didn't even play or he played 100.
I don't know how many. I don't know.
I'm saying he played 100 games, or I'm not sure if he played exactly 100 games. That's why he called him damaged goods.
He was just hungry. He didn't mean it.
So, yeah.
That's all on this story. In another story, Russell Westbrook dancing his face off with James Harden at a Drake concert.
What does it mean, Russell dancing his face off?
Face off. I mean, competing, I guess.
They were not competing. I saw the video. They were just hugging each other and dancing, not hardly even moving.
They were just dancing close to each other. So teammates who dance together win together. Well, that's right. So that's what Russell Westbrook and James Harden are hoping for after partying together at the Drunk concert Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Drunk concert?
Drake. Did I say drunk? I said Drake concert Saturday night in Vegas.
So they're best friends again.
Well, were they fighting?
No. I'm saying they were I don't know if they were good friends because they played together. How many years ago? Well, that was a long time ago. Because Harden, he's been drafted after Westbrook, and he spent 3 years in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was drafted to Houston, and they were like good buddies over there.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's good. Like, let them get along before they get on the court.
Before they start fighting on a court, like everybody does with Westbrook.
I don't think they will fight. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. So that's what the Houston Rockets stars look like BFF while dancing it out sicko mode at XS nightclub at the Encore. Oh wow. Well, I think who do you think has better moves?
I didn't know. It was really bad video. Yeah, you can find this video on YouTube. Just Google, just search for Westbrook and Harden dancing. It's they're just dancing. They hugged each other, dance.
Well, yeah, it's good to see them having fun at least, you know.
But when they step on the court and when they start fighting over the ball, who's gonna have the ball all the time? Because both of them are ball hugs.
I think they should
share
just
share the ball. Share the love.
It's good to share, yes.
Oh, yeah. Try explaining that to Harden or Westbrook. Well, they will try playing them. Houston will try to have one of those guys on the court all the time. That's what I heard is how they're gonna do it. You know, so when one is rested, the other one is gonna be on the court. So like one of those two guys is gonna be on the court all the time.
Who knows? When they play well toward the season, they might win the championship this season. Who knows?
I don't think they will win championship. I'm doubting that this thing will not finish well.
They were close last season. They just lost to Golden State, but they were close to reaching them on the playoffs. They got eliminated by the Golden State. I'm saying Houston Rockets were close. So
last season?
Yes, Houston Rockets. At the playoff, they were eliminated by the Golden State Warriors. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying. My memory is last season and the season before. The season before when was. I'm
not talking about the season before. I'm talking about the season 2018, 2019.
Yeah,
they were so close. So,
they were eliminated also.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Maybe they will reach to the finals this time. So I'm hoping for them to reach there. Actually, I am. So this is good. Good.
So today we are continuing with positional tiers. Last episode we did point guard and shooting guard tiers. So we are left with small forward and power forward to do today, and the next podcast center tiers. We explained last podcast what the tiers are, but let's explain. Can you explain this time what the tiers are in your own words?
Ranking.
When you feel really sad.
What? When you feel sad?
Well, yeah, like when you watch some movie. I'm talking about you, and then.
Oh, you mean tears from the.
You even cry when you watch basketball.
No, only movies.
Know? But when you watch Jokic, you cry.
When? What was he doing?
I saw you so many times crying while watching basketball.
Yeah, sometimes.
How is basketball emotional? I don't understand that.
Well, when people lose and they cry,
but you cry even in the middle of not at the end. I'm not talking about the end of the game when your team loses, but you cry in the middle of the game.
Well, I'm just like that. What can I do? I'm an emotional person. If there's something like that, that's what I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Explain. Yeah.
Tier is like according to a performance of a player that is ranked from position, like a tier belonging to a group of players
kind of
in-
group, like a
yeah.
level. We divide
level
them
of-
in levels.
Yeah, where they're like
according-
equally according to their performance,
to their
everything,
quality.
Yeah.
Fantasy. We're talking about fantasy basketball tiers.
Yeah.
So we are talking about small forwards, so players that are in tier 1, that's like a level 1, and level 2, and so on and so on. So in this tier 1, we have Jimmy Butler. Oh, sorry. Why am I saying?
Kawhi is tier 1.
Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, and I did say these tiers are from Fantrax. I find them to be really good. I don't agree with all of them. You saw the last time we disagreed with a few of them, but most of them are really good. So yeah, tier 1, it's Kawhi Leonard from LA Clippers. Yeah, I like
I
this. Yeah, I do agree. But the shooting guards this year, they're not going that high comparing to other positions, especially centers and point guards and power forwards, because Kawhi is not going to play that many games. That's why he's not going that high, even though he's one of the best, the best players in real life, in real basketball. But because he's gonna play, I don't know, 65 maybe games, somewhere around 65, maybe even, like, we'll see. But he will be rested, and Paul George will be rested. So that's why he's not going that high. But still, as it is, he's still going as player number 1 in small forward. I was saying shooting guards. Small forward. He's shooting guard, small forward in fantasy, on Yahoo, and I think also everywhere else. I'm not sure. We play Yahoo. I think also on Fantrax. I'm not sure. Second tier, also one guy. That's Jimmy Butler from Miami. He's really safe pick, and he's going kind of low enough that many times I've been grabbing him in a second round. I think he's a decent pick. I mean, not decent pick. He's really good pick and really safe pick. And I like drafting him more than like Luka Doncic or these guys you'll see from this third tier. Jimmy also is not gonna play like all games. He's like his history of in his first, how many seasons? This is his, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 7th season. He's always playing around. I don't have stats, but
he played playoffs. I saw him throughout. Jimmy Butler, he played.
Yeah, but who cares about playoffs?
I think he played throughout the season.
Yeah, but no, Jimmy Butler misses the games. He always plays somewhere around like 65, a little bit over 60, 65. So I don't know this season if he stays healthy. But I don't think Jimmy Butler is risk, especially in Miami. Like I said, I think he's one of these safer picks, and I like where he's going in the second round. So tier 3, we have Luka Doncic, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Middleton. This is tier 3, but out of all these guys, Chris Middleton is going. He's the lowest of all these 3 guys. Luka Doncic is okay. He's gonna be good. DeMar DeRozan is like, it's gonna be standard DeMar DeRozan. Chris Middleton, for me, it's a safe pick. He's going really late on Yahoo, and in mock drafts, I've been drafting him a lot. Luka, it's too high for me. I just cannot draft Luka. It's really too high, and like at that position, I would rather grab, I don't know, like Jimmy Butler or somebody like that. Luka is somewhere around, if I'm currently, I don't know if I'm mistaken, like somewhere around 17, something like that. Just some like him and Kemba Walker, and like I would rather take for somewhere around that. I would rather take Kemba Walker. DeMar, no, like I would not take DeMar. So yeah, out of those three guys, if we're talking value for your buck, I'm taking Chris. Why don't you read? I rest my tongue.
Okay, tier number 4, we have Otto Porter and Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris. What did I say?
Tobias.
Okay, good. Tobias.
What do you think about these guys?
I think Otto Porter should be lower.
I actually don't. No. He should not be lower. Actually, I would rather draft him than DeMar DeRozan. I would if DeMar DeRozan is tier 3, I would also include him in tier 3. I like both of these picks. Okay, Otto is not going that low, but like people tend to, on mock drafts, people tend to just to skip him, and like people keep skipping him, and then you can get him kind of cheap, you know. Tobias, he's like really low, really low. You can get him. I think he's like well, I might even call him a sleeper. He's not a sleeper, but what is a sleeper actually? Like we're talking about sleepers, and actually there are no sleepers. Like you can find only few sleepers. Like people are saying to like Bam Adebayo is a sleeper. Bam Adebayo is not a sleeper, or like some guys like that. People calling sleepers. I would rather call, if I have to call Tobias Harris sleeper, no, I would rather call, if I have to call Bam Adebayo sleeper, I would rather call Tobias sleeper, because he's just, people kind of forget about it. He's one of these names, like, that, like, he's not like this new shiny toy, you know, like Mitch Robinson, you know, Tobias Harris, and people just skip him, and you can get him. Just look for him at your draft, and you will see that you can get him really late for like like really cheap. So okay,
tier number 5.
Yeah, I will try to hurry this.
Tier number 5, we have Gordon Hayward and T.J. Warren.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward, T.J. Warren. Okay, tier 5. We have Kelly Oubre at tier 6. I would put even Kelly Oubre with them in this group, in this tier 5. I would put Kelly Oubre. Yeah, I don't think Kelly Oubre is for tier 6. Maybe Gordon Hayward. I think that there is a chance that this is the season that he finally recovered, like he's finally 100%, and that you can see this old Gordon Hayward this season. So he's kind of risk. If you want to take this risk, okay. TJ Warren, I don't think I will be drafting TJ Warren. I don't know what his role in Indiana is going to be, and I don't know if maybe once on these mock drafts I drafted him.
Tier 6, we have Kelly Oubre Jr. and Brandon Ingram.
Well, yeah, I like Kelly Oubre, and but I also see on mock drafts he's like he always goes too early for me. He's one of these guys that is kind of being hyped. Brandon Ingram, yeah, he's going like later than like pick 100. Like I think his ADP is like 100 and something around 110. So maybe that late he's okay. Like everything later than 100, Brandon Ingram is okay. Okay, tier
7, we have Bojan Bogdanovic, Jonathan Isaac, and Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, I don't understand why is Johnny Isaac tier 7. You could put him easily in tier 6 with Kelly Oubre. Like I don't see who's drafting who's drafting TJ Warren before Johnny Isaac.
Not
Kelly
possible.
Oubre, Brandon Ingram. I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I like Isaac too much. Like
No, Isaac is great. I would pick him definitely over TJ Warren. Definitely.
I'm Boyan. I'm not drafting in over there now. In Utah, I just there is Joe Ingles. Did you say? Oh no.
No, John Inglis.
Yeah. Just I don't know what his role going to be. How many minutes? I think it's Joe English. Like I just have this.
Not English. English.
Yeah, he's not English. He's Australian.
Yeah, of course.
And he looks like a guy who is just not playing any sports.
How do you mean?
Well, he doesn't look athletic at all.
But that's true. He does.
He looks like a guy that like sits at a cafe all day, drink coffee and smokes.
And enjoy.
Yeah, just plays sports betting. And
that's true. You'll find him in betting places, definitely. So shall we continue?
Yeah, that was weird.
Tier 8. We have tier 8. We have Kyle Anderson, Trevor Ariza.
I didn't comment Mikal Bridges from Phoenix. Look, I don't know. Like he's really good fantasy player. He's like better fantasy player than real life player. I don't know how many. I think he will get like decent minutes in Phoenix this year. Will that be enough for him to be? He will be fantasy relevant, but will that be enough to be like a good fantasy player? I don't know. I'm just not sure. Like if I had to bet on him, I really don't know what to say. Like he might be like really good like fantasy player, but tier 8.
Tier 8, Kyle Anderson, Trevor Ariza, and Miles Bridges. And Justice Winslow.
Justice Winslow, yeah. Like Miles Bridges, I would put him before Mikal Bridges. Miles Bridges, like he's gonna be the second option in Charlotte, and they're just not enough. Like they're not good fun. They're not good players in Charlotte. Like there's somebody has to play. That's a fact. Somebody has to take those shots, and I think he's gonna be one of those two guys that are gonna. I think he's worth of drafting, but he's going too high on Yahoo mock drafts. So I did like I don't know 10 mock drafts, something like that. I don't think I ever drafted him. Maybe just once. It's like for me he's going too high right now. I will see at real drafts. I will have him on my list, the guys that I want to draft. But if he goes like really high, then there's no point because there is no upside. You know that's why you draft guys like Miles Bridges and Mikal Bridges and like Jonathan Isaac. They're the guys that you draft for. You draft them for their upside. If there is no upside, just don't draft them. Don't draft Mitchell Robinson at position 20. Why? There is no upside and the risk is big. Do not draft Ben Adebayo I saw him going like really early, like 30 something, around 35. Like don't do that. What's the point? Better take someone safe. Like CJ McCollum, for example. I see people just skipping on CJ McCollum all the time on every mock draft. I don't understand why. Like that guy is so he's a sure pick. He's a secure pick. You draft him and you know he's gonna be like top I'd say 50 player every year, and people like shiny new toys, you know. Yeah,
that's right.
People do not like
old toys.
boring, safe players. Okay, where we? What,
Tier number 9.
Yeah, I didn't comment these guys. Who did I? Tier number 8. Trevor Ariza. I don't like Justin Winslow. I don't know I don't see him having the same role this season as last season. He was kind of good at moments last season. Yeah, out of this tier, I'm only drafting Miles Bridges. Tier
Okay.
9.
Tier 9, we have Kent Bazemore.
Bazemore.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to like stress it up. Okay.
To go with the flow.
Cedi Osman, Harrison Barnes, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the okay. Kent, I don't like. Harrison Barnes, nobody likes him. Cedi Osman, I still have hopes for Cedi. Like last year, he was really good.
He was
on like several occasions. He had few good weeks, then he gets injured, and I still have like not really high hopes for Cedi. But I think if he gets a chance, that he will be good. That he will be relevant fantasy basketball player. So in some deeper leagues, in many leagues, like I've been, these mock drafts that I'm doing are like 10, 12, maybe 14, but usually 10 and 12. He's never drafted in not even in a 12 team leagues. So like if you're drafting, like if your league is 14, 16, look for him. I think he's worth of risk. Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, I like I don't know what to think about. He's also like going really low in leagues this size. Like he's not being drafted. Yeah, he's a risky one. Like with my last pick in the league that is like 12 teams deep, or maybe 14, depending. Like 12, but 14 probably. I'm taking him with my last pick. That's for sure. Okay, so this 10.
The last tier, number 10, we have DeAndre Hunter, OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby.
Whoa, what a name. Andrew Wiggins and Will Barton.
Yeah. So yeah, Will Barton, not drafting. Andrew Wiggins, like finally this year, people like finally realized like Andrew Wiggins is really bad for fantasy basketball, and now like all of these years prior to this, he's been going like he's too high
for his value.
And this year he's like going like really low. Like you can get him at like I don't know, almost 120 like position, like almost like he's falling that deep. So if you see Andrew Wiggins like at between 150 and 120, just draft him. Like you cannot find better player at like 120. Then he's not that bad. He will like you at the position at like after 100, even before 100, you cannot find a player that will give you 20 points. And there is probability that Andrew Wiggins will have 20 points per game this season. Even if it's not 20, it's gonna be like 18. So around 100, and even like earlier, you cannot find a player. But still, everything else, it's really bad. Do not have any hopes that he will get his assists or rebounds or no. That will stay the same. OG, I don't know, like Toronto, maybe he might be like maybe decent fantasy player in like some deep leagues, maybe 16 teams. You should consider draft him. DeAndre Hunter, people are saying that he's gonna be starter in Atlanta. So if you wanna, with your last pick, with your 13th pick, if you're playing like 13 players, if your league has, if teams have 13 players, take him with the 13th pick. If you wanna, I mean, it's not that risky. It's a 13th player, and like I always say, with your last pick, with whatever, that's 13 or whatever, with your last pick, always risk. Like always go for someone with a high upside. what's the point of with your 13th pick taking like Will Barton? You know that who Will Barton is and what Will Barton or Harrison Barnes. Like you know what they are, what he does, what stats he will give you, and so it's better to risk with DeAndre Hunter. So if you hit, that's great. Like he's like you got maybe you player that's gonna be top 100, maybe even better. If you miss, just take someone from the waiver wire and just like, keep streaming that position. It's just so yeah. We did. Let's go over power forwards.
So here we go, the power forwards. I'm gonna read the power forwards tiers, and number 1 is of course Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So yes. Do you agree with it? Would you put Davis and Antetokounmpo in the same tier?
Yes.
Well, actually I wouldn't, and majority of people wouldn't. You can see that if you're doing mock drafts, because you will never see Giannis going over Davis. He's never drafted before Davis. I don't know. Did I see even? No, not even once. I saw it. So like Anthony Davis, he's usually pick number 1, and I just would not put them in the same tier. So yeah, Anthony Davis. Well, there's nothing much. You know everything about these top guys. I would take him as a number 1 pick, and I've been taking him as a number 1 pick when I have pick number 1. We talked about who you also can pick as number 1, but Giannis, I would not consider taking him as pick number 1. Pick number okay, Giannis. Let's talk about him a little bit. So this is how people draft. Usually Anthony is first, then Steph or Harden. Giannis is usually 4th. Cat can be also. I saw even Cat going as number 1, and I'm kind of okay with that. Like if that's what you want to do, if you want someone who's gonna play all games, maybe even 82 games, then you draft Cat. But yeah, usually Cat goes number 5. So Giannis, like you can like I wouldn't take him as number 2, number 3. He's for me his position. He's number 4 on the draft, and I would put him in separate tier 2, and I would only put him in tier 2 because here at tier 2 we have
Paul George and LeBron James.
Yeah. Paul George, LeBron James. Paul George, he's gonna be arrested a lot. I still don't know if he is gonna start the season. So with someone who you draft this high, like you want that guy to start. He's not like your 3rd pick, or your 4th, 5th pick. I don't know. So you can take someone who is injured and then wait for like a month and a half, and then it pays off. It's okay. This is like really, he's going really high, depending on your league size, like late 1st, early 2nd round. So, and I don't know how many games he's going to play. I didn't draft him this year. I'm avoiding him on drafts. Like, I don't know. It's not too risky, but kind of at that range, at his position, I always find someone who is better pick in a sense that is not going to miss many games, that is not injured, not going to be rested. LeBron James, yeah, I'm avoiding LeBron. Just he's like I like.
People always grab him so quick.
Yeah, and people will always grab LeBron, and even on mock drafts, you see people grabbing him too high. So yeah, I'm just avoiding LeBron. Okay, tier
number 3, we have LaMarcus Aldridge, Zion Williamson, Pascal Siakam, and Kristaps Porzingis.
LaMarcus Aldridge is one of these boring guys. You can get him relatively low, but that's what's good. Like, why do you care if someone is boring or not? You're drafting. Well, yeah, like he doesn't have a lot of upside, and people always want someone like Pascal Siakam because people think Pascal Siakam is gonna be next. I don't know, next Anthony Davis, or I don't know what. Like, he's not. Like, Pascal Siakam might get better this year, but he's not gonna get that better. He goes kind of too high, if you ask me. But I'm okay with drafting Pascal Siakam. Like, it's not like really high, but he's being hyped. That's the fact. And now he's gonna be option number 1 in Toronto. So yeah, Zion Williamson also, like, for my liking, going too high. I just personally, I don't like drafting rookie this high. Like, drafting rookie in a 3rd round, it's just too high for me. I don't know what to expect from him, and just I don't want to take that risk. Kristaps Porzingis, also one of the guys that I keep avoiding. I think only one draft I took him because he went too low. I just don't know. He's been injured always, every year. He's been injured. He missed the whole year last season. I don't know. He's gonna be rested. That's for sure. He's gonna miss. I don't know how many games he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. I think they said, if I'm not mistaken, he's gonna miss back-to-backs. So the only guys, like, I don't know. I would avoid him. I would avoid Zion because he's going too high. Kind of. I said what I think about Pascal. So let's go tier 4.
Number 4. We have Robert Covington, John Collins, Draymond Green, and Blake Griffin.
If Covington, Sir Robert Covington, that's yeah. So yeah, he has that like a British, like a monarchy name, British monarchy.
That's right.
Sir Robert Covington,
Yeah, sounds like that.
If this year he's healthy, and if he plays, like, I don't know, almost 80 games, like, he's gonna be a really good pick if he does what he does. Like, I think, but the problem is that, like, I really don't know if he's gonna be healthy. So also, I haven't drafted Covington a lot this year on mock drafts. But if you're willing to take this risk, then good. Like, he will pay off. He's really good fantasy basketball player. John Collins, I think he's going a little bit too high. I like John, and if you can get him for a decent price, just draft him. I think if he can get his blocks this season as they were at his rookie season, then he's gonna pay off. And yeah, the situation in Atlanta is good for John. So if he doesn't go too high, I would draft him. But I see he's going for my liking too high. Draymond Green, I don't know. People are high on Draymond again, because like there's only like 3 of them right now over there in Golden State.
Steph Curry,
D'Angelo, yeah, and Draymond. Because at the center now you have Looney, you have Willie Cauley-Stein, and they're just not good. And I think Draymond will be better. but I just don't know. Yeah, I'm saying like everybody's risk. If you if you listen to me and talking about these centers, everybody's a risk.
Power forward.
Sorry, power forward, but yeah, that's what it is, and you have to take the risk. You cannot play fantasy without taking risk. Blake Griffin, he's going low this year, and you might get Blake like really cheap this season. So just consider him. Like he doesn't have high upside. He's not gonna explode and be like this great. It's not this shiny new toy, but he's going really low. So yeah, if you need someone like Blake, just draft him. Now tier number 5.
Tier number 5 is Jaren Jackson Jr., Kevin Love, Lauri Markkanen, Danilo Gallinari.
Jaren Jackson Jr. He's going before Blake on drafts and kind of too high, and like in this around 10 mock drafts that I did, he always I think his ADP will rise because he was always drafted before higher than his ADPs. So that means his ADP is still rising, and like by the time you will be drafting, I think he's gonna be even higher than he is right now, and it's just gonna be too high for like right now. I'm okay, kind of okay where he is, maybe even too high if you ask me, maybe too high if you ask me, but I think he will keep rising. At his ADP will keep rising, and it's gonna be too high for me. Kevin Love, one of these guys that might pay off if he's healthy. He will pay off because he's going, I think, around 50. I'm not sure, something like that. 40, 50. I'm just 40 something, maybe around 50. Let's say. That's the risk that okay, I'm willing to take. And even though I don't think I drafted Kevin Love this season, this year. Lauri Markkanen, he's going too high for me. Just I don't know why. Like I'm not willing to pay this price for Lauri, but like, he's a decent player. He's okay. Danilo Gallinari, well, yeah, he's like the highest risk reward ratio in fantasy basketball. So if you want to risk and like if it pays off, then well, great. He can be like top 30 player, no problem. If he stays healthy, maybe even better than that. But you never know with him if he's gonna stay healthy.
That's right. Let's continue. Number 6, we have Jason Tatum. Tatum. Oh, okay. Julius Randle and Al Horford.
Yeah. So, would you draft any of these 3 guys?
Julius Randle.
Yeah, Julius Randle. I'm okay with drafting him at where he is currently. This tiers, 6th tier. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Kinda. Yeah, it's okay. Jason, I just don't know about Jason. We'll see. Like this, I'm just afraid that he will, like until the end of his career, he will be what he is right now. Like people thought that there is much more potential, much more upside with Jason. I'm just afraid that there isn't. So, but this 3rd season, we will know. After this season, we will know who Jason Tatum actually is. Julius will be good. Al Horford is one of these boring guys that you can get really late on drafts. So just like do not hesitate to draft him. He's gonna do what Al Horford does every season. Okay, let's go to
number 7. Okay, we have Aaron Gordon, Marvin Bagley, and Domantas Sabonis.
In this group, in this tier, I think the Marvin Bagley is the guy with the highest upside. I think that he might be really good player. People, fantasy basketball experts are so divided on Marvin Bagley, and he's like people think like that he's gonna be really good or like mediocre. That's okay. Nobody's saying he's like gonna be a bust. So people are saying. So I think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be like superstar. He's gonna be some excellent player. I don't think he can be really good player. He's offensive player. He can give you many points, rebounds.
I would draft him definitely.
Yeah, I always consider him. He's not going that high. Aaron Gordon, this is like people. I mean, we've been waiting Aaron Gordon to like finally start playing like a star for too long. He didn't. He's been in a league for too many years. This is gonna be his like I think 7th year. So Aaron Gordon he's what it is. Like he's not gonna be this great new player. Domantas Sabonis, this season he's gonna be starting. So he's gonna be playing with Miles Turner. How is that going to work out? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if you're drafting Domantas, you're drafting him for boards, for points, like really good number of points and rebounds. So, but I also think like maybe too high. He's going maybe too high if you ask me. But I'm okay with him.
Okay, let's move on, right? Number 8, we have Kyle Kuzma, Jeremy Grant, Taurean Prince, and Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, okay, Kyle Kuzma, he's probably gonna be 6th player this year since Anthony Davis signed with Lakers. That Kuzma is moved to the bench, so that's what I think it will happen. So that will diminish his value, and he's going really low on these mock drafts. You can get him like really late, like around 100. I don't know. I think around 110. I see him going. I don't know what his ADP is, but it's also really low. I don't know. I would not be drafting him, but if he goes like really low, then okay. Because I saw him going like really low. Like this season people are too low on him. So if he's like really low, then okay. Jeremy Grant, no, I would not draft Jeremy Grant this season in Denver. He was okay. He was good. He was good last season, year before that in Oklahoma, but now in this new role, I don't think he's worth of being in this 8th year or being drafted like I don't know before 110, 15, 20. I don't know. I'm just gonna avoid him. I don't care where he lands on a draft. I'm not. Taurean Prince also pass. Larry Nance Jr. I really don't know, but I'm also avoiding him. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken with Larry. I don't know where to pin him, I just don't know what I have no opinion about Larry. So I guess you will have to figure out Larry on your own.
You have to risk. Number 9, we have Joe Ingles.
I think it's English. Joe Ingles.
No.
Ingles.
No.
Joe British.
I don't know. Okay. Joe English.
Weird Joe guy, we're gonna call him. Weird looking guy.
Okay. Dario Saric.
Saric.
Ah, but there's no sh here.
Okay. Because this is English alphabet. Okay. There is no sh.
Dario Saric. Paul Millsap. That's all.
Paul Millsap.
That's it. What did I say?
Yeah, you said Paul. No,
Paul Millsap. Sorry.
So Joe, we will find his. We will learn how to pronounce his name in next podcast. English.
Ah.
Joe. I think it's Joe English. Like this is embarrassing. Okay, Joe. This season he's gonna share minutes with TJ Warren, right? TJ Warren is now in
Utah.
I'm tired. I'm like, where is TJ Warren now? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he's gonna.
Donovan Mitchell.
Well, okay, Donovan Mitchell is shooting guard. So look, this Joe was, even last season he was not that good. Season before, season prior to that, he was really good, and like he came out from nowhere. He was really good, but I think this season he's not worth of drafting. I will suggest you to avoid him. Dario Saric. Yeah, I'm also not drafting him. I don't know what to expect from him. He's being disappointing people every season, so no. Paul Millsap also no. I would rather risk with someone than take Paul Millsap. Okay, 10.
Number 10.
So many players, 6 players.
Brandon Clark, Rudy Gay, Thaddeus Young, Zach Collins, PJ Tucker, and Marvin Williams.
Wow, this group of guys, like really. Okay, Rudy Gay, if it's like really low, and you know when the clock is running down on you and you don't know who to take because like there is no one that you can see that is like even decent, worth it. You take Rudy Gay. Like that's like that last solution. If you're not prepared, if you don't know what to do, then okay, Rudy Gay, Brandon Clark, no, Thaddeus Young, pass, PJ Tucker, no, and boring old man Marvin Williams, no. So only guy here out of this group that is sleeper and that like you should always have in your key is it key or Q? It's Q. Oh, I'm sorry.
On your Q.
Sorry guys, English is not my first language. It's Zach Collins. Like, always put him in your queue because you're gonna forget about him. He is listed on Yahoo's expert rank. He's listed exactly at 140. So just put him in your queue. Like people are gonna forget about him. You'll see. And if the league is deeper, like 14 teams league, maybe even 12 teams, because he's a center, and later of the draft, like you cannot find centers. Like around 100, like it's Dwight Powell, and then you cannot find a decent center, and just put him in your queue, and you will need it. You will need him. You will, in these deeper leagues, 12, 14 probably, you will draft him, and he has high upside. He's this sleeper with a high upside. If everything works out, he will be good. He will play for Portland. He will play power forward this season, but he's also center. He has a power forward center position. So yeah, that's it. Those are all power forwards, 35 of them.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget you can go to our website and find us there at fantasynbagood.weebly.com. You can find us on our social network, that is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Our handle is at fantasynbagood, and you can listen to our podcast at anchor.fm/fantasynbagood, and you can find us on every podcatcher out there, that is
Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, and literally every other podcatcher that there is.
That's right. Just search for Fantasy and Be Good. You will not miss us.
Our email address is
fantasynbagood@gmail.com. Just email us whatever you want to tell us. Just feel free. Just email.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done. Until
Thank
next
you
time.
very
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
So, yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.